What is up, guys? In this video, we will teach you about SQL logical procedures. Firstly, what are logical operators in SQL?
Logical operators in SQL are used to connect, combine, or modify conditions in a statement. They are commonly used in the where clause to determine whether a record should be included in the result. These operators return a logical value which can be true, false, or unknown. Main logical operators in SQL.
AND operator combines all conditions, returns true if all conditions are true, OR operator combines conditions, NOT operator reverses a condition, displays a record if the condition's not true. IN operator checks multiple values, true if the operand is equal to one of a list of expression between. Checks a range. True if the operand is within the range of comparison. Like operator. Pattern matching. True if the operand matches a pattern exists. Check subquery result. Returns true if subquery returns data. All operator. Compares to all values. Condition must be true for all subquery values. And the last one, any/sum. Compares to any value. Condition must be true for at least one of the values.
For this video, we will use the Northwind database again as an example. Here we want to retrieve product ID, product name, price from products table, where the category ID is equal to 1. If we execute this will return all the columns where the category ID is equal to 1. Now, I want to retrieve also the price. That's where the AND operator comes in. Now, what we're going to do is move down a line and then let's type AND, where our price will be greater than 20. This ensures that we are going to retrieve the columns with the category ID of 1 with a price that is greater than 20. And this will be the result. As you can see, the prices are greater than 20. Let us try a different value, let's say 200, and hit execute. And yeah, it displayed all of the columns with the category ID of 1 with a price that is greater than 200. For the OR operator, we would use the same query, but let's replace it with OR category ID is equal to 2. And let us hit execute and see what happens. Result shows the product ID, product name, and price that is either category ID of 1 or 2. As a reference, this is the original table. Now let us move to the NOT operator. Basically, NOT operator reverses a condition, or let's say just negates it. The same query, where NOT category ID is equal to 1. This basically returns the columns that is not in the category ID of 1. Now, let's move to the IN operator. Let's use the same query before. Now, where category ID IN, let's start it with a parenthesis 1, 3, 5 and close it with another parenthesis and hit execute. So basically, this will return all the columns where the category ID is in 1, 3, and 5. As you can see, these are the results. Now let us try not in. Basically, not in is the opposite of in. This will exclude rows from a query result that match any value in a specified list or subquery. Now let's move to between. This operator checks if a value falls within a range. We would use the same query from before, but now let's use between 10 and 30. And let's hit execute and let's see the result. This result shows the products between the price of 10 and 30. It doesn't go above the price of 30 or below the price of 10. Now let us use the like operator. This searches for a pattern using wildcards. Now let us type the query and replace this. Let's delete this. Let us type product name. And it is followed by the like operator. And then after that would be our wildcards. For this example, I use this wildcard that basically means it starts with CH. And these right here are the wildcards. So now let us execute this query. And let's click that. As you can see, to return all of the columns from the products table where the product name starts with CH. Now let us move to the exists operator. I have created a database specifically for this example. Now we will type select asterisk from students table where exist, then followed by an open parenthesis, and then select one from the enrollments table, and then it is followed by where and enrollments student's ID is equal to students dot student ID. And then we're going to close it by the right parenthesis, and let's go ahead and execute our query. As you can see, we have only returned 3 records. If at least one matching rows exist, then the student is included in the result. Now, and lastly, any or some. Now, this is where age is greater than any, followed by a left parenthesis, then select min age from course table, followed by a right parenthesis, and we hit execute. The any operator checks if the condition is true for at least one value returned by the subquery. And if we replace any with some, it will still have the same results as both of them works the same way. And that is all for this video. I hope you have learned something new. Thank you for watching.